everyone, this is Precious Marisi Aguba, and today I will be your host here on The Big Talk. Of course, we will be having the biggest and most prestigious guest, and he's widely known in the field of psychology. This is no other than Alfred Adler, and with that, we are truly honored and pleasure to have him. So let us kindly welcome him with a warm of applause.
Hello everyone, I am glad to be here.
So let us start this big talk. Can you tell who is Alfred Adler? And what else we don't know about you?
Well, I am the middle child in our family, and I doesn't like it whenever my name is being associated with Sigmund Freud. Speaking of Sigmund Freud, I also have this brother who names the same, Sigmund Adler, but not Sigmund Freud. It's a different thing, and it's funny how people get confused regarding this. Another thing, as I have mentioned my older brother, which is Sigmund Adler, I am actually competitive towards him.
May I ask, what do you really wonder in the future during your childhood?
I always thought of becoming a physician due to a remarkable scenario that I have witnessed. One of my siblings died while we are sleeping on the same bed. Indeed, that was painful. And it fuels me more to my dream. And then another thing, I always got sick when I was a child. And with that, I became more eager for my ambition.
Oh, so you really wanted to be a physician. Now, I'll be asking in accordance with your individual psychology. What's with this?
This mainly stresses that I find humans seeking and finding for the superiority. Since we have the sense of inferiority even when we are in the childhood stage, and we tend to find compensation and we try to overcome this inferiority by striving for having the superiority. Well, I do believe also that this is the drive of our human behavior, emotions, and thoughts. This is, of course, related with a final goal. It could be about the success of the humanity or the personal superiority.
Does the style of life have something to do with it?
Well, I believe it does. I have what we call the neglected style of life and as well as the pampered style of life. With the pampered style of life, these people are usually have a weak social interest. They tend to assume that people will look after them, to protect them, to satisfy their needs. And with that, I characterize them as extremely discouragement. They are oversensitive, indecisive, impatient, and exaggerated with their emotions. On the other hand, the neglected style of life are those people who feel unwanted, who feel unloved. They are dangerous and more suspicious compared with those who are pampered. And then with that, they are most likely to have unclear final goal. Unlike being raised with a loving family, those people raised by the loving family, they are actually have a clearer vision for their final goal to set.
How was individual psychology then applied?
You know what? I have arrived with what we call family constellation. Well, birth order has a huge effect on the subjective perception of the people. And actually, I do not tend to say that it is 100% real. What I am trying to say is that there are common patterns being formed due to the same circumstances and timings of being born. The firstborn are usually nurtured by excited parents and hands-on parents. Unlike with the second or the middle child born, they are a bit neglected since the parents already know how to take care of their child. We have the youngest or the last child. The parents usually are excited again since it is the last child that they could have.
Adler, can you kindly state the common characteristics according to birth order?
Usually the firstborn are more confident. They are bossy, but at the same time, they are responsible. We have the middle child. They are actually the referee, the cooperative, and they are also confident. Next is the last child or the youngest child. Of course, they excel and they tend to have diverse interests, and they more likely to experience the pampered style of life. Of course, they are also typically ambitious.
Let's go now with your concept of humanity. What do you suggest regarding this?
Well, I am actually optimistic regarding this. I do believe that a human is really capable of changing his negative behaviors as long as he is really willing to change it. And obviously, I am more on nurture compared to nature means, because I am into how surrounding or environment affects an individual than hereditary means.
Let's proceed with the last question for this big talk. How do you connect with your clients?
Honestly, I am supportive towards them. I really like to help them with their social interests and to have a clear final goal. I believe that once we have prior idea with a goal, we will most likely become consistent and more conscious in our behavior. Thus, we are aware on what we are doing and it corresponds into a healthy personality.
Thank you, Adler, for spending time with us, and we're definitely grateful to have you. Again, this is Precious Marisi Aguba, your host here on The Big Talk.